Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this primary parent information evening for the English College. Welcome. I'm David Wilcock, the head of primary school at EC, as we like to call it, and hopefully you'll find this primary parent information very useful in your journey ahead. Thank you very much for choosing EC as your preferred school. We really appreciate that decision, and we look forward to welcoming you into our community in the next 12 months and beyond. So let's get started. And we're going to start with our core purpose at EC: to inspire confident and passionate learners who will thrive and make a difference. Confidence and passion, two key skills, I believe, in moving forward with our learning in the 21st century. Confidence, really important in the workplace, in our relationships, and of course in our learning. That passion, that enthusiasm drives the teachers, and it should drive the students as well in everything they do. We want our students to thrive and to make a difference to themselves, to other people, and to the wider community. Underpinning all this is the English College values, which with the help of our community, we've recently changed and reformed: respect, aspiration, integrity, gratitude, and resilience are all key aspects that underpin not only what we do day to day, but also interweave into our curriculum at EC Primary. Some things you should know about the primary school. Our students, we have 350 at the moment. We are a very small school. In Dubai standards, 440 is the maximum that we usually have at this school. 350, a very nice number, with small classes of 22 maximum in years 1 to 6. Over 40 nationalities across the whole of the primary school from FS1 to year 6. So we're a very diverse demographic, and that really is an important part of what we are, a multicultural school where we all work together for everyone's betterment and everyone's improvement. Our teachers are therefore very diverse, mostly from the UK, but we do have some South African and New Zealand teachers at the school. Most of all, and important for us as a British curriculum school, is that they are British trained or have several years of British curriculum experience. And we have a rigorous recruitment process to make sure that we get the right caliber of people that our students deserve. And by doing this, we also make sure that these people fit into the culture of the school. So not just the teaching performance we're looking at what these people can bring that will benefit us, and will they fit into our lovely community culture, which we have. Our curriculum, and obviously you know this, you've chosen our school. EYFS is Birth to 5 Matters, is our program that we look at across the early years. And that obviously feeds in, transitions in to the national curriculum of England from years 1 to 6. On the primary leadership team, there's me looking a little bit healthier than I am now in June. I was in September earlier last year, I should say. And it is important to remember this team is the PLT. They are the people who will look after your children and make sure that the school runs well. Mr. Bird is our deputy head of the primary school. Miss Percy, head of FS, and Miss Fitzgibbon is our head of Key Stage 1. So the primary vision is about moving forward together. Moving forward together was coined really by the 2020 situation across the world. In Dubai in particular, in this together, hashtag in this together, was part of what we did day to day. And across the whole of the UAE, people worked very closely together to make sure we got through a very challenging time. So moving forward together as a group is something we really value. We have high expectations of everything that we do. That's in terms of standards of dress, in terms of behaviour, obviously uniforms, obviously the way we interact with each other, with our school values, underpinning all of these aspects. Personalised learning is something we pride ourselves on. I'll talk more about that in our curriculum aspect of this presentation. Strong interpersonal relationships, again, underpins what we do. And strong interpersonal relationships has been recognised by the inspection body here in the UAE as something that we are outstanding at. So that is well-being, it's the pastoral side of what we do day to day. Happy young people are really important too. Happy young people who are equipped with those skills needed to make their lives better and the lives of those around them better, fitting in with our core purpose. So, targeted and personalized learning. I spoke to the parents recently about this, our existing parents, and explained that every single one of our children coming into the school has a data picture which grows as they go through the school. This is triangulated across many different forms, and it makes sure that we meet your child's needs. As we are a small school with very small classes, we can do this very well. We get to know that child very well. Other teachers get to know your child very well. And we make sure that we provide a suitable, customized learning experience which suits their needs. We don't cap anybody with the potential to succeed. It's really important that children have a chance to fly. And that enthusiasm, that passion that we've mentioned previously is allowed to be driven through a solid, rigorous curriculum. Learning together, we're all on the journey together. And this is where we really want that three-way partnership between staff, students and parents to ensure that everyone is on the journey together, collaborating, sharing those learning experiences that we can make sure, as in the picture that you see in front of you, that everybody can learn together. This includes inviting parents in for curriculum workshops to see how we teach, how children learn, and giving you the resources to support that in your home environment. We really are about the community, and it's something which I think separates us out as a USP, a unique selling point in our interactions in what we do across the whole of Dubai. Expectations, meeting our students' needs through a challenging curriculum. Again, it's about those meeting the potential of our students. And we have two key areas that underpin the curriculum and also ensure that we have challenge in everything that we do. The UN, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, are interwoven into our curriculum, and everything that we do feeds into the different aspects. So each year group will take one of these particular areas, excuse me, I'm moving ahead of myself, into one of these areas, and they will use that as a driving force from what they do, planning over a half term, over a term. So we have long-term overviews, which include these, medium-term plans, and then the weekly objectives, which we give to parents as well, so they know what we're covering week to week. On the right-hand side here, you see a picture of two girls looking at a book. This is because it represents the power of reading. Reading is fundamental across the school and is part of the UAE national agenda. We have a huge library with literally thousands and thousands of books, but also in every classroom, the power of reading, driving learning through text is really important to us. And it's important because everything else flows through reading. The developmental goals, maths, science, etc., all have a basis in reading. So we play a key part in this by ensuring that we have the resources in terms of reading and also in terms of comprehensive tasks that we do day to day. Disney environments. The staff tease me about this because they know how passionate I am about having the Disney magic in the classroom. And having Disney magic includes having quality learning environments, ensuring that our children have quality learning experience that challenge them, but also have that sense of fun that is needed in a primary school. You see from a few of the pictures there about how we value our garden and how we use the whole of the school as a learning environment. Children are not confined to the four walls of their classroom. We use the corridors, we use the garden, we use the field, we use the sports halls for our learning. And teachers enjoy, especially in the cooler months, going outside and making the most of our environment for our learning opportunities. Day to day, you'll see things like piano and music lessons within the school day. Parents, you have the option there to actually purchase those lessons. ECAs also have opportunities for you to do musical lessons as well. But in the school, if you like to do that, you can have music lessons within the school day. We have cooking opportunities. There's Master Chef in the middle himself, Mr. Wilcock, making, I don't know what he was making at the time, but working together with students in our cooking classes. So we have a very strong STEAM program which helps design technology. You can see a couple of examples here, the cooking and also the use of robots. Little girl there, Elaine, in year 2, making sure that she uses the iPad, makes the robot move. That kind of aspect is something that we really enjoy doing across the school. Several opportunities there to see how we do things at EC, but also something that's really fundamental as well is building those positive relationships day to day. You might find this picture a little strange, but this is where lots of my interactions with parents happen at the gate in the morning and after school. The reason we have that there is because, this picture there, by the way, is because I'm out there every single day. And I make sure I'm out there every day because I want parents to know that we are a community, that they can come and see me. I'm not hiding away in my office. I'm prepared to listen to any kind of feedback. And we want to make sure that you know as a parent that you are part of this community. I'll welcome you every day. I'll see you at the gate every day, as will the teachers. So you can have any communication you want with them out there in the open. And it's very transparent and a trusting kind of community where we trust each other to make those difficult calls and to make those difficult questions a reality. We don't have the questions, we can't find the solutions to any issues that you have. So please make sure that you do come and see me when you start. We have a very strong induction program for our new parents. They can meet with new families. Miss McDonald, our liaison officer for families, will make sure that you're connected with someone who can help navigate those difficult first few weeks at EC. Specialist lessons. Now we do have them across the school. PE for FS to year 6, Arabic A and B compulsory subjects in the UAE, years 2 to year 6, French for year 3 to year 6, music FS to year 6, computing year 3 to year 6. Actually, it is year 1 to year 6, but year 1 and 2, the teachers themselves take the computing lessons. Library is for FS to year 6 and art year 1 to year 6. They are specialist taught. Our other teachers have many other skills, STEAM being one of them, which is integrated into other areas of the curriculum rather than being just a standalone specialist subject. The foundation stage. As I mentioned earlier, Birth to 5 Matters is our document that we use to underpin this. Inquiry-based learning is our focus. We really love to see our children coming into school and from a very early age growing in confidence, making those decisions about what they want to learn, inquiring using the vast array of resources that our FS staff put in school every day, and enjoying the learning experience. It's a key for children at this age to enjoy learning, to feel valued, to feel like they do have a say in what they do day to day. Every one of these learning tasks that you can see in the pictures have a solid objective, and it's a needs-based. So whatever children need within the classroom, it will be provided for them. Phonics is a very, very strong part of what we do, and from Birth to 5 Matters and Read, Write, Ink, our phonics program, we'll see the value of this day to day in what we do in terms of developing reading skills, in terms of developing children's confidence, and also in terms of developing their writing skills as well, as it has a lead-on effect. Talk for writing is huge at the school. Picture in the middle of the girl there, who's drawn the story and can recite it from what she can see. Solid skills to have at the FS stage. And again, our pastoral program, very strong in FS, and nurturing is a key part of this part of the school. The school day. So, years 1 to 6, we arrive at 7:45 to 7:55 for 8 o'clock registration. Pickup time is 3:05, Monday to Thursday. And the reason it's that time is because secondary finish at 3:20, and that allows our parents to collect from both sides of the school in plenty of time. In the UAE, we have an early Friday finish. We finish at 12 o'clock at lunchtime, unless you're in FS. And in FS, you finish at 11:45 to ensure a safe departure from the school. The FS times themselves, again, same arrival time, 7:45 to 7:55, with a 1 p.m. finish. As for drop-off and pick-up, we're very blessed that we are one of the luckiest schools in Dubai. It's very straightforward to drop off your children, and literally it's a drop-off, and we open the doors as our staff, myself and other teachers, We open the doors, get the children out for you, and you literally drive off. If you want to bring the children to school, there is a iSAMS car park outside of the school where you can pull the car there, park the car, walk in with the children, and it's a very smooth process. Pickup times, very similar. You get a chance to park in the school ground. If it's busy and it's full, there is a place on the iSAMS car park outside. But like I said, we are very fortunate in Dubai, in this particular area of Dubai, I should say, that we can move across the school and in and out of the school very quickly and easily. Attendance and punctuality, again, this is a very, very long, wordy slide, but again, it really is important that your children attend school and are punctual. There's lots of research to show how important this is for children to be settled and to be in routines, to be in class in time, and not to miss any valuable learning time or get stressed about being late to school and having to play catch up for the rest of the morning. Positive behaviour. We have a system in school called Class Dojo. Class Dojo rewards students for good behaviours, and students and parents can see the rewards on the screen. Parents, you'll be notified if your child does something really well during the day, and also notified if there's something that we are concerned about that you can perhaps address. You will see it very clearly and instantly. And again, we'll communicate that to you very clearly so you understand the nature of that. It is a positive behaviour system. Our school policy is positive behaviour policy. And we feel across the primary school that we do have these behaviours because of our school values, because of our core purpose. We don't have real behavioural issues. Touch wood, I will touch wood on that. But this system is a rewarding system and works really well for primary children. FS timetables, I know I'm not going to read the whole timetable. I'm going to let you spend a bit of time, have a look through. I've got to remember it's a very fluid system. We do know that it is very fluid across the school in terms of FS because they have to have this continuous provision where children are inquiring and making decisions themselves about what they learn day to day. FS2, similar. I'll leave that there. You can have a quick look and then we'll move on to years 1 to 6. A very full timetable. This might alter slightly this year. There might be a couple of things. Things like MFL is modern foreign languages, so it may not apply to all students. But regardless of what you see here, the timetable will be sent to you in that first week of school. Home learning. Home learning is always very contentious with parents. For us, we want to make sure that children read at home at least 10 minutes every single night. And the rest of the home learning is based around very personalized digital platforms. Sparks for maths for year 5 and 6, Spelling Shed, which includes grammar, Timetable Rockstars, Epic Reading Program, and Education City, all personalized learning programs that children can go on, access the platform, and learn at their own pace. For homework, we don't do it up to year 5. And the reason is what we want children to do in a very long school day is take part in ECAs, is have dinners at home with their family, and also to get opportunities to play and rest after school. There's a lot of research at the moment to suggest that homework at primary school does not have a major impact. However, in year 6, we understand that we do need to make sure there's a transition from year 6 to year 7, and that homework does become a part of what year 6 do from term 2 onward. There are opportunities to do occasional projects and research-based activities, and there are Junior Dukes and Eco Warriors. Junior Dukes is a smaller version of the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and it is in the UAE and in EC College, and it is part of one of our extracurricular activities. There are opportunities to do other things, but those particular programs provide personalized learning at home because each one of them allows children to pre-test to see where they're at and then work through the program at their own pace with their own challenge. Assessment and reporting. We do feedback to parents 4 times a year. We begin the year in October with a target setting meeting, which is obviously really important to set the targets for you as a parent for the year that you can support us with at home. And then we have 3 official reports that go home, 1 per term, with opportunities the day after actually 2 days after, to meet with our staff and discuss anything that you're concerned about and celebrate, of course, the strengths. Something that's really important, to celebrate achievement and success. The rest, I'll let you read yourself. We do have external testing, our GL test at the end of the year. We have reading tests, the national reading test, as you can see on the screen. And we also have PASS, which is personal and social for students and for self, and the CAP4 tests. So what do we expect from you as parents? As I said before, the gate is a really important part of the school feedback. We want to get it right. We are not a school who will get defensive about what's needed to be done. We want to review our processes and procedures. We want you to feel like you have a say in what happens day to day, and we will listen to you. So please, if it's an email, if it's a conversation, we are happy to hear from you. If it's something we've done well, we're even more so happy to hear from you. The parent handbook obviously is key to everything that you will need to know. Please read it. Please take a bit of time. It isn't the shortest document in the world, but neither is it the longest. So please take a bit of time just to have a read through and enjoy the information and regurgitate it maybe in some note form so you can help to look at it again at a different time and understand it. If there's anything you don't understand, please let us know and come and see us again. Uniform, lanyards and shoes. Now the uniform, we take great pride in our uniform. It is really important that we follow again what's in the parent handbook and follow those uniform expectations. With our high expectations across the school, we do expect children to wear the correct uniform at all times. Lanyards have been introduced for all parents again after the COVID situation has happened. We moved away from lanyards. Now every parent entering the school is expected to have one. This will be given to you. And again, it's something that you'll probably need to know in your first week when these are distributed. Black shoes for school is really important as well, and the right PE shoes, again, for taking part in physical education. Healthy lunch boxes, no fish or nuts, and that's because we do have a couple of children who with severe allergies for fish and nuts across the whole school, and it's really important as well that we look after their well-being and their safety. Luckily, fish and nuts, not the most special things for children to eat, but again, it's something to consider when you're packing your child's lunchbox every day. Devices for year 3 to year 6 are expected. So bring your own device policy exists. We prefer Chromebooks or laptops if you can purchase those. If not, and you already have an iPad device or tablet, that's perfectly acceptable as well. Please, please, please name your children's clothes. Uniform, it does get lost for no fault of anybody sometimes, but it's really important we can give it back to its owner. So please endeavour to name every item. Punctuality and attendance, we've mentioned previously, it is important. So as your child being on time for school, especially with the early morning start that we have in the UAE, is really important to their progress, their attainment, and to their confidence, because they do like to be in class at the right time so they can start the day on an equal footing with their peers. Equipment is provided for FS to year 1, year 2 upwards. Very clear in the parent handbook, it will help you to say what you need. Parent portal we'll consider next. We'll look at that in more detail, but consider it communication. We will always communicate with you respectfully and following the school values, which we've mentioned previously. We'll always consider those when we communicate any information to you or have any conversation. All we ask is that is reciprocated and that we have that shared understanding of what is acceptable and what's not acceptable in terms of that kind of communication across the school. iSAMS is our #1 communication tool. We use that for everything that we do, every point of information that's sent home. So please download the iParent app for day-to-day information. That you'll be able to access everything that's happening across the school. That's where we share everything with you. There will be occasional emails to you about information, but they will be a rarity. Everything goes through the iParent app. There is a process that we go through. If you want to communicate an issue or a concern or something you're happy about, you should go to the class teacher first. If you don't get the response that you would like, then please take it to the key stage leader, Miss Fitzgibbon, Miss Sharon, or next year it will be Mr. Stenhouse, who's joining us for our Key Stage 2 leadership. And then the deputy head. If it gets to me, then obviously it's a concern because it's gone through those 3 different people without any satisfactory closure. I am prepared to listen, and maybe I can resolve it at the gate in the daytime. WhatsApp communications, I'm sure when you join, you'll be asked to join a WhatsApp group as part of the parents' communications. Parents, with the WhatsApp, it's perfectly fine to use it. As teachers, we don't get involved with how it's used. We prefer, obviously, for it to be a positive place for people to voice what they need to do, what communication is coming from the school if someone's not sure, and to help each other out. It really is something that school has no control over, but we hope it's used as a positive tool for everybody to move forward and to access any information they need. Induction day for new students is the 26th of August. This is not for FS, it's for years 1 to 6. I'll just let you take time to read what it says there, and you can have a look through the expectations of that day. Of course, you can rewind and watch this video again. FS will have a staggered start, so that's why they don't have the induction day. Monday the 29th of August, they'll start a little bit later. 8 till 10 or 11 till 1 at the 2 times. This at the moment may change. It may be 8 to 10, and it may be a little bit later for the second group. That's in response to parent feedback about picking up secondary students. So watch this space, but you will be told in plenty of time before this occurs. And I believe that's it. I believe that's the end of this presentation. I'd like to say a huge thank you for listening to it. I'm sure that you'll be watching it over and over again with excitement during EC. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any further questions. It's d.wilcock@englishcollege.ac.ae. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I thank you for taking time to watch this, and I hope to see you really soon, hopefully at the gate. Thank you, everyone.